fake news, crowding out real news, MPs say. The volume of disinformation on the internet is growing so big that it is starting to crowd out real news, the Commons Digital Culture, Media and Sport Committee Chairman has said. Tory MP Damian Collins said people struggle to identify fake news. Well, they must be bloody stupid then. MPs in their committee report said the issue threatens democracy and called for tougher social network regulations. You have to laugh at this. The only reason the government call on certain fake news to be closed down is to try and stop people finding out what is actually going on. Calling something fake news is an instant way of discrediting that news, despite the fact that it's probably true. You see, the government want to work with social media sites to stop fake news. Not to actually stop the spread of fake news, but to stop only what the government deems fake news, whether it's true or not. This is why they want to censor social media. The politicians, who constantly lie to the public for a living, want to be able to shut down any uncomfortable news as fake news. This would make their lying so much easier. Look at the sweaty ginger, greasy slimeball MP they put up for this interview with the BBC. You wouldn't ask him to look after your kids, would you? This is the calibre of our elected politicians. He may be one of the good ones. There are a couple. I don't know, he might be. But I do know that if you have a meeting with this guy, then you're likely to leave his office with some of his sweat on you, perish the thought. Look, it's simple. How do people form their opinions? Mainly from the media. Control what's allowed in the media, and you can brainwash the public and force your opinion on them. It's easy. It's child's play. Just repeat what you want them to believe for long enough and often enough, and voila, you have a brainwashed public. Now, you don't want people on the internet being able to tell another version of the same event with more detail, do you? No, so label what they're saying as fake news and ban them from the web, because that's where it's going. If I had several 100,000 more subscribers, they might shut me down. Unlikely to happen though, in all honesty. I like having next to no views and hardly any subs anyway, that suits me fine. But just look at the Russia meddling in the US elections as fake news as an example. Russia didn't meddle or hack the Democratic National Convention to gain emails. Seth Rich, who worked for the Democratic Party, downloaded and passed those emails on, and he was killed for his troubles.
As a 27-year-old works for the DNC, who was shot in the back, murdered just 2 weeks ago for unknown reasons as he was walking down the street in Washington. So
that was just a robbery, I believe, wasn't it?
No, there's no finding. So
what are you suggesting? What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that our sources take risks, and they become concerned to see things occurring like that.
Nothing to do with Russia, but the whole media spin it that it was Russia that did it in it. Everything is Russia's fault nowadays, have you noticed? And in this post-truth era, the politicians who are pointing the finger like big, strong bully boy Gavin, the last time I peed my pants I was 23 years old, Williamson, don't even have to provide any evidence. Just get the media to push a line without any evidence whatsoever. It really is child's play.
It is absolutely atrocious and outrageous what Russia did in Salisbury. We have responded to that. Frankly, Russia should go away, it should shut up.
No one mentions that there's no evidence that Russia used Novichok in Salisbury. We must just believe pompous little private educated weeds like Gavin, I still suck on my mummy's teats, Williamson.
Frankly, Russia should go away, it should shut up.
Also, no one mentions the fact that the US themselves admit that they have meddled in over 80 elections worldwide from 1946 to 2000. Let's be honest, that figure's probably well over 100 by now, but nobody says a word about this. It's a simple game they're playing, but we have to be wise to it and stop it, or we'll be brainwashed even more, if that's possible.